Don't you just wish you could press a big red button that said reset? You know, like the easy button. You press it, that's a reset. And all the changes that have shaken your confidence, all the opportunities you feel you've missed, all the uncertainty around life gets put back into place. How awesome would it be to have an actual reset button? It'd be awesome, I think, yes. But let's be real. A person would probably wear it out for all the changes and transitions we've gone through. Like, I mean, really wear it out, like wear the paint off the top. Because with an easy button or a reset button, what would you learn? Would you really find higher perspective? Sometimes I'd like to say, can I get a reset? Especially in the last year, and even since starting this podcast back in 2019. So I thought I would come to this space and give you a state of the cast. Well, a state of me, a state of MCG, a state of the cast, a little bit about what I've learned about confidence, resilience, and moving forward. I'm so happy you're back with me. Let's jump in. So let's review and recap what's happened since 2019 when I started this space for my voice. Well, we had a pandemic, so that was interesting. I also wrote, released, and launched bestseller Show Up Confident. So excited to have many of you listeners as part of my reader community. Thank you for your support. I appeared as a repeat expert guest with image and confident life messaging on Canada's leading morning show. Many of you saw me over your breakfast tables. I was featured by global luxury car brand Porsche in their Drive Defines Her series, all about what keeps me going, what values drive my work and my life. That was fun too. I helped more clients, my heart, my gems, and deepened mentorship with even more existing ones. I spoke on stages again, both virtually and across Canada. Meanwhile, I was getting used to a teenage daughter learning to drive, becoming an auntie twice, and moving my mother. For those of you who have read Show Up Confident, you met her in the book and all she taught me, helping her move into her next stage of living and of life. It's been a roller coaster of emotions, some blissful, many stressful. It shifted my confidence and made me stay true to what I teach my clients who are closest to me. I want to help you by recapping some of the lessons I've learned over this time. Maybe you'll want to write them down. Maybe you'll want to journal on them. Either way, think about them for your last shift as you move into a new one. The first lesson is work with a written purpose, always. For my book readers, you'll recognize this as what I call your meaningful outcome, and its 4 characteristics. For my clients, you'll know it even deeper for more heart-filling definition of your SW factor. Wink, wink. I only teach what I do myself. Y'all probably know that by now. It's hanging beside me, my written purpose, my reason for being. And as I speak, it is offering its intention to whatever I do. And right beside it is my yearly intention that I teach to my people too. It's a statement of how I create joy with meaning for my confidence and my wellness, for my supportive relationships, for my meaningful work, and for my communities. I learned this year and over this time that in stress, you need to see what you are doing as a reminder. I know people talk about purpose and about knowing your why, and many times it's an airy-fairy idea or one page written in a journal and then flipped past and pressed down into a book. I don't believe in that. My clients know I ask you to hang it up once we have figured it out because it helps you stay focused when emotions get the better of you. This gave me focus through all of the emotions I felt through pandemics, civil unrest, racial unrest, wars, and even family changes. That hanging on the wall. Work with a written purpose always. The second thing I learned is to put your focus on permanent solutions, not temporary distractions. I only had so much time to devote to the big tasks and consuming emotions around me, especially in 2022 with family commitments and being a business owner too. There are always distractions to take your focus and energy. Am I right? Especially if you're a woman who is excellent, who has experience, who has multiple balls in the air, like a lot of things that take your focus and energy. And it doesn't matter if it's a new social media that you got to try and figure out, or it's a new service you got to add, or your kid needs something, or some new dongle that promises efficiency, or new customers, or new exposure, or new visibility, or whatever. There are a million distractions that bog you down. And I had to get really lean and only do what I knew was going to be a permanent solution moving forward. So, yeah, no, I didn't hop on the TikTok when it blew up. Instead, I doubled down on putting my voice in venues where I knew were full of the kind of women I help, which not only saved me time and energy, but helped me grow my Hue and Style sisterhood, even through a pandemic where people wouldn't typically think an image consultant could thrive, especially because everybody was at home and nobody was wearing clothes. So the world thought. The world was wrong. I thrived, and so did my clients. Why? Because they worked on focusing on a permanent solution for presenting themselves, even beyond the pandemic. And so when everything lifted, I thrived, my clients thrived, we all came out ahead when the world opened up again, launching books, businesses, stages, all the things that would help others thrive. So remember, put your focus on permanent solutions, not temporary distractions. And the last one that I learned, the last lesson I learned was simplify how you present yourself. Yeah, you'd expect me to say that, right? Image consultant. Look, it's easier said than done, I know, but it's something I'll always talk about and will continue to talk about now because it's more important than ever. Everyone is yelling. Have you seen it? You've probably heard it. Literally, everyone is yelling. From online business owners to brick and mortar business owners to nonprofit organizations to salespeople to advisors, everyone wants your attention. But I'll tell you this, quiet confidence is the most potent influencer and yet the hardest to claim. And I don't mean quiet confidence, meaning that you don't speak, but I mean the kind of quiet confidence that comes from learning to use all parts of how you present yourself so that people get a fuller picture of your integrity, excellence, and experience. It means not needing to be everywhere, but to know what's right for your people to see you, the people you serve to hear you, and infusing your purpose, the one I talked about before, in everything you show, share, and say. It's the hardest to claim this quiet confidence because of the need for complete alignment in who you are and the consistency to use it and share it in a way that is meaningful. When you get it right, this quiet confidence arises. It's quiet because it's simple presence. And that's more magnetic than any viral video you can find. For real. These are the lessons I've learned over these years and over the changes and transitions that have happened in our world, in our spaces, in our businesses, and probably in our lives. These won't be going away. And I want to use this space to expand on them. So here's what you can expect in this confident shift space. New episodes, replays of my top live broadcasts, because some of them give you some pieces to show you the gaps in the way you present yourself as your absolute best. Interviews from women like you who have learned to see themselves differently and change their life with a new self-image. What I found was that y'all love that on this podcast, so there will be more. New series sets like the Image Impact series I did way at the beginning of episodes to help you learn and assess your self-confidence and your self-presentation skills at this moment, and to see if they're working for you in this new modern climate and environment. Also, new ways to connect with me, like live class invitations on things that surround your confidence, to craft your image and cultivate your confidence that makes you never overlooked, because by now you know it is an image, confidence, success connection with me. And open challenges to start your journey with me at huandstyle.com. I'm always going to ask if you're ready, because sometimes you just need the extra wind in your sails to get started. Above all, you can expect my voice in your ears for every release, cracking a tiny door open that shifts your thinking about your sureness of self, how you show up for your life, and what's roadblocking you from making your mark. If we've learned one thing these last few years about doing what sets our hearts and lives on fire, we've learned what my dad used to say: there ain't no time to waste. It takes rock solid confidence to do it, to assume your authority, to take responsibility for your gifts and your talents and your attentions, while blocking out distractions and overwhelm from the rest of the world. Wanting to shift out of transition with a powerful reset button requires you to be urgent about leaving your tangible and lasting mark. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? What tangible mark would you leave? Urgency for this is what will speed up the results of that reset button, crystallize the lessons learned, like the ones I shared here, and help you embrace what you'll need to learn next to value yourself first, so others can see your wonderful value and buy into it too. There ain't no time to waste. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? What tangible mark would you leave? Rest on that. And we'll see you soon. Bye for now. Thanks so much for listening. I know you can tell that I believe that a strategic image and a confidence mindset is something everyone who wants to make an impact needs. A shift in confidence can change your life. Using my degree in marketing strategy, expertise in personal branding, and my creative self-development process, I've helped thousands shift their confidence, starting with how they see themselves in the mirror, in my signature Hue and Style mentorship program. You can explore my book, Show Up Confident, explore how I work with my clients, and see their amazing results and breakthroughs too. It's all at huandstyle.com. Join the community and start to see how making the image, mindset, success connection can create a breakthrough in your life too. I can't wait to see you there. Bye for now.